to a notice, a public notice put out by AEDC, signed by AEDC management. And it reads, it says, "Dear valued customers, we would like to inform you that we are aware of the unstable power supply experience in recent times, essentially caused by insufficient power allocation to us. This has constrained us to implementing load curtailment directive across franchise to manage the situation for grid stability. This would involve occasional temporary interruption of power supply to certain areas for limited period. We understand the inconvenience this may have caused and sincerely apologize for the disruption. We are working diligently to minimize the impact of this outage. We appreciate your understanding and cooperation during this challenging time. Please be assured that we will continue to update you on the situation and provide any necessary information as it becomes available. Thank you for your continued support and patience." Mr. Fadipe, sir, it's a town hall meeting, so we would be loading you with questions from different angles. From all the angles for better understanding. Mr. Fadipe, let's start by trying to understand two statements by the Honorable Minister. Number one, which is the cost-effective tariff model as put out by the Honorable Minister, and also what subsidy, removal of subsidy from the power sector. Can you please enlighten us on what cost-effective tariff model is all about?
No, thank you so much. I will post, unfortunately, you are radio, but I'm sure your listeners who may be, if you are on Facebook, your listeners may be able to see a picture that I will send to you, which you probably will want to put on the Facebook page. And that picture is the front cover of Cell magazine in 1988. And it says, "A Nation in Darkness." Now, 1988, we say, I mean, my people are recently telling me that is about 36 years ago. Now, if 36 years ago, Cell magazine, for those of us who are familiar with the journalism landscape in this country, we know that Cell magazine was a major news platform in this country. And they don't write frivolous stories. So if Cell magazine will report of a nation in darkness in 1988, and the story we are telling today, 36 years after, then it goes to the issue of the music that you played before we got into this program, Which Way Nigeria. So many years after independence, we are still finding it hard to start. Not for any reason other than the fact that, other than what I would want to call the playing off of PI more than NI. What is that supposed to mean? Personal interest is far and above national interest in this country. Now, coming to the question that you asked, I just tried to lay that foundation. Coming to the question that you asked, what is cost-reflective tariff? Cost-reflective tariff is a tariff that takes cognizance of all the cost components in production process, plus the markup or the allowable profit margin. Because there's also an allowable profit margin. The investor in the power sector is not a Santa Claus. He's not bringing in his money to invest without trying to get something out of it. The essence of his investment is to be able to get something out of it. So when you add the entire production cost plus the markup, that is when you get cost reflective tariff. But there is another lingo in the sector that is called service reflective tariff. So which one do we want? Of course, ordinarily from the investor perspective, it should be cost reflective tariff. From the customer's perspective, it should be service reflective tariff. In other words, let me get value for my money.
Okay.
But is that what we are getting today? I mean, those who are in the business of understanding the cost or element of electricity or the economics of electricity will tell you that the actual cost of electricity today should revolve around, given the market, given the situation of the economy of Nigeria today, should be something around 0.10 cents to 0.15 cents. If you convert that, unfortunately our economy is going in the way of the USD. If you convert that, you will get about 255 naira per unit of electricity. Or let's even say 250 naira per unit of electricity. Now, who can pay that cost in Nigeria today? Between let's say the 200, let's just say 200 and above. Who can pay that cost per unit of electricity in this country today? So you see that we are in a very, very difficult situation. What I'm saying in effect is already going to the issue of the subsidy that you raised, quoting the Honorable Minister of Power, saying that government cannot government cannot subsidize the sector again. But the question for me is, what are we subsidizing currently? Are we subsidizing electricity, availability of electricity, or availability of darkness? Because the question that people are continually asking is, okay, if you remove the electricity, if you remove the subsidy, what are we paying for? Are we paying for light, or we are paying for darkness?
But then, Mr. Fadipe, is it a situation where there is actually this electricity, but if the subsidy is being removed, then we'll see the effect by having light in everybody's houses?
Now, it is a gamble that I am reluctant to undertake. Because, I mean, given the history of subsidy and increase in tariff in this country, it's a gamble that I'm reluctant to undertake. I mean, I know that you have been in Nigeria Info for a while, or at least before I left AED.
Yes.
And I know that I have had the benefit of coming to explain, this is the reason why. I had the benefit of coming to explain this is the reason why the tariff has to go up. It will enable the service provider service you the more and all of those things. But see where we are today. And I'm happy that you quoted the statement of AEDC apologizing for the inadequacy of power in the grid, which has forced them to continue to load shed. So when are we actually going to get out of this situation? It's a major challenge that everyone should really sit down and think about. Frankly, as we sit down today, I cannot see light at the end of the tunnel. I'm afraid it may sound very bitter, it may sound very uncomfortable, but the bitter truth, because the Honorable Minister is already saying that the market is owing $1.3 billion.
Yes.
Who is going to pay that $1.3 billion? And the Honorable Minister also spoke of about 2 trillion naira legacy debt.
Yes.
Owed to gas suppliers. As we speak today, I read a story this morning in a newspaper saying that Effizy is off grid. We are perhaps existing on the hydro station, Shiroro, Kainji, Jeba, and any other hydro station. Shiroro and all of them giving about 400 megawatts, 400 megawatts, and things like that. Meaning that our gas fired power stations are not probably generating into the grid. So they are owing the gas supplier.
So, Mr. Fadipe, I mean, if what you just said is correct, will it be that the minister is not well informed when he says state governments can actually help in generating their own power supply? Because I'm wondering, in how will they generate it?
Now, it shouldn't be that the minister is incorrect to say that state government can generate. You know, the new Electricity Act,
yes,
which was signed by Mr. President about 11 days into his inauguration last year. now gives the state government, the 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, the power to generate, to transmit, and to distribute. Now, so with the donation of that power by the Constitution to the state, it means the legal hurdle has been crossed. The policy position is now made very clear for them. But again, the question is, do they have the financial muscle to be able to pull up that opportunity? I know that as we speak currently, Oyo State has signed its own, it already has its own electricity law. Enugu State has its own electricity law. I think Edo State and Plateau State, they have their own electricity law. Lagos State has been blazing the trail. I know that as we speak currently as well, Enugu State has even gone ahead to set up their own electricity regulatory commission, which is like the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, which is a major step. Yes, which is a major step in the case of Enugu State. But again, the question is, where are they going to get the funds from to be able to set up their own generating?
Exactly my point, because I mean,
maybe they will now partner with kindred states surrounding them. Let's take Lagos, for instance, or let's leave Lagos, because Lagos seems to enjoy that financial muscle because of this commercial activity. Let's take Ogun, Oyo, who is next to Oyo now? I think it's
Osun.
Osun. Ondo.
Okay. Yes.
Let's even take the Southwest and say the Southwest says, okay, we are building a gigantic power station, something bigger than what you have at Effizy. Effizy is 1,300 megawatts or 1,320 megawatts. Let's say the states in the Southwest geopolitical zone now say that, okay, we are doing a 3,000 megawatt power station, and then we are doing a ring system where you can move power from from the location of the power station to all the load centers, and you can drop it from the transmission station to the distribution station. Let's even say that is what they are going to do. Now, that will help them a lot because they can now pull resources together. But to go it alone may be a little bit difficult. And that's exactly what Edo State Governor Basaki is trying to do around Edo State with Delta, and maybe moving into a city which is close to him, and then Ondo State, which is also not far from him.
All right, Mr. Fadipe, if you give us a minute, let's run for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I would have you continue from where you left off your point.
Okay, thank you.
Abuja, stay with us. We'll be right back. The town hall continues in a bit. We'll be right back.
Stimulating talk. Nigeria Info, your number one for talk. Let's talk.
This is an announcement introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent, a unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria. Now available in both perfume and body spray, designed for everyone. Yes, you heard it. Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with every spray.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is
is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This 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 is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This 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 is Nigeria Info.
This morning on the town hall meeting, Mr. Fadipe, are you there with us?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So you were saying something before we went on that break, and I guess Mazi also have some questions to push in this morning. Can you just complete your thoughts before Mazi jump on it?
Yes, so what I was trying to say is that the comment by the minister that state government can generate is to the effect that they now have the power to do so. Before this time, they didn't have the power to do that. The electricity was on an exclusive lease activity, meaning that it was only the federal government that could operate within that area. And
Yes.
that was the reason why the Obasanjo administration did not allow Lagos State government to do it when the current president was governor of Lagos State. So that's what the minister is actually saying, that governors can now generate. And I think the implication is that the moment they are able to generate, power available in the grid will increase. But that's not something that will happen in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 months. It's not possible. Not even this year.
Wow.
Not even this year. Because no state government has come out to say that they are signing a contract with this contractor to build a power station. At best, maybe Edo State has Ihobo, or which one do they have in Edo State? At best. Otherwise, there is no other state government in this country, to the best of my knowledge, that has an already built power station today. Every power station belongs
To the federal government.
Private investor or federal government that is here.
Interesting. Mazi, you want
Okay, before I ask the main question, Oga Fadipe, what of that one that former Governor Peter Odili built in River State? You remember? I think that one, there is an issue on that one too.
What is the current situation of that power station today? I mean, it's almost moribund.
Yeah.
I'm not aware it's generating anything into the grid. And what is the essence of having a power station that is not functional? It's just like NNPC, I mean, Port Harcourt refinery, having staff, yes, they are not producing petrol. I mean, so
wow.
That's the current, I mean, that's to the best of my knowledge, unless something has happened yesterday or this morning, I'm not aware that the power station built by former Governor Odili of River State is generating anything into the grid.
True.
If the high, it must be very negligible. It must be very negligible, but I'm not aware.
Okay, so my main question is, it looks like the most complex, sector in this nation is the electricity sector, because like if you start talking about it, in fact, when Effizy told me that you'll be here, I was like, this is the right person to to talk to on this issue. The moment, even if let's say the power, the minister, the honorable minister, if he starts speaking about the issue, the challenges, the bottlenecks, and all the other, you get confused. Now, you said that not you really, from the last act that was signed by the president last year.
Yes.
It looks like all the states, they can have their own neck, just like the regulatory body for all the states. Now, at the national level, there are some debts that are yet to be cleared. How can these ones now function if this other, let's say, Ibese, like we say in law, is not clear the Ibese?
Will it be written off?
Will it be written off? Because these are people's money. And do you think also that this issue that we are facing is deliberate by some powers that be, maybe those who are benefiting from this, the darkness that we are enjoying? Because for me, I don't see any electricity. What I see is darkness. Thank you, sir.
Now, to the issue of the first question, I'm not aware that state governments are, maybe if they are owing their local discos. That is what I know should be happening right now. Maybe Lagos State owing Ikeja and Eko, Enugu State owing Enugu Electricity Company. So this government will be owing, just as you have federal government, MDAs, ministries, departments and agencies owing different discos all over the country. Now, to talk about writing it off should not be a consideration. But maybe what they can do is a setup. So are the discos themselves owing the government, maybe by way of what they are supposed to pay to the market operator and the enders, maybe because they sell electricity to them. So if they are not able to pay 100%, it means they have an outstanding. And if government is also owing them, so the two of them can bring their accounting books and say, okay, I'm owing you this amount, you are owing me this amount. Can we do set off?
Yeah.
Maybe at that point in time, they can reconcile their books. But to talk of writing off does not make any economic sense. Because if you can get down the value chain, gas suppliers, who will pay them when you write off the debt? The Gencos, who will pay them when you write off the debt? And they may have made investments, maintenance investments, new investments in their business. Who is just to make sure that they are able to produce electricity? Who is going to pay them when you write off the debt that any of the value chain is owing? Maybe the disco at the lower rung, maybe the transmission, and maybe the generating station. Who is going to pay them? So writing off any debt does not make any sense. For me, whoever is owing should either go and renegotiate or pay your money, as far as I'm concerned. Because one of the reasons why the Gencos are not getting gas today is because the gas suppliers are being owed as much as $1.3 billion.
Wow.
That's a whole lot of money for crying out loud.
A lot of money.
Wow.
Mr.
Fadipe.
Huge money ties down. Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Fadipe, I know you are not speaking in the capacity of ADC and you are not their spokesperson, but just to also confirm from you, is that how much do we actually pay per kilowatt as consumers?
Now, that currently, I know that, can I remember that figure? I think it's around 68 naira for those who are in the 20 hours and above. I mean, the categorization.
Yes.
Those who are 20 hours and above, those who are 15 hours and above, they are in different bands. Band A, Band B, Band C, Band D, and then those who are in the lifeline, which is those who are paying 4 naira. I cannot tell you precisely now what they are paying, but I know that I think it's around 8 naira, in the neighborhood of 8 naira, because there was a slight adjustment for few. I think about December or November or around that period. I know there was a slight adjustment when the hue and cry became very loud.
Interesting. Thank you. Let's open up the phone line for those who would like to contribute and also ask some questions to Mr. Fadipe. This morning, at some point, also would allow Usanforgod to also push in his own question too. But you can call us up on 0700 951 0000. Our WhatsApp is 0039930137. Mr. Fadipe, if you were to advise the federal government, do you think they should adhere to the advice of the IMF to the federal government of Nigeria? Hello, Mr. Fadipe, are you there? Hello? Okay. Let's hope that he gets back, or we'll just reestablish the call. So call us up. You can call us using via WhatsApp or call the phone line or drop a message via WhatsApp. Mr. Fadipe, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. I was trying to I was trying to confirm from you. I said if you were to advise the federal government of Nigeria, would you advise them to go ahead with the advice of IMF to the federal government about electricity subsidy removal completely?
Maybe for national pride, let us even ignore IMF. Maybe for national pride, let's ignore IMF because you want to ask the question, who is ruling the country? So maybe for national pride, let's remove IMF. Let's ignore IMF. But what is the current reality on ground? I mean, what is the current reality? We know where this administration met the naira. We know where the naira is today. We know where the administration met per liter of petrol. We know where the cost of petrol is today. We know where the administration met the cost of gas, domestic gas that you use at home. We know where it is today. Now, I'm not blaming the administration for this. I mean, foundation has been laid for where we are today. That's just the bitter truth. So you cannot come out and say you are taking the cane and you are putting it on the back of the current administration. They may have made their own mistakes. There's no doubt about that. But can you give all the blame on them? That's not the conversation we're having now. So in terms of whether government should remove subsidy or not, the first question is there a subsidy? I remember clearly.
Mr. Fadipe, you want to take us to 2022. I mean, where the Honorable Minister of Finance that time said we have stylishly removed subsidy.
I think the question was we have quietly removed.
Yeah, you said we have quietly
subsidy from electricity. So
that's what she said.
When did the subsidy come back again?
Let's hold you on there. Let's take a call. Very interesting question. When did the subsidy come back? Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Effizy. I'm calling from PW Cuba. Sir, for Bode Fadipe, sir, wonderful job always. I really want to ask a question, sir. Without energy subsidy anywhere in the world by government, could citizens of any country be able to afford electricity, the actual cost of electricity?
DSTV Step Up promo.
I can spot a DSTV Compact customer. Looks like he's having a lot of fun with Premier League, WWE, and more.
He just upgraded to DSTV Compact Plus package. Watch Champions League, Africa Magic Showcase.
Wow!
Wait a minute, guys. DSTV just moved him up to the premium package. He just got upgraded.
Upgrade now and get boosted to the next higher package at no extra cost. Offer open to Yanga, Confirm, and Compact customers. DSTV, it's your moment. When long throats don't make you chop as belleful, waka quick back to nature like our old mama and papa demo. Now the bitter with them food bitter, they wake up mouth and stomach to begin walk on top the food to waka ready where they.
Yo bitters they clean body inside out. If body no get dirty, the immune system go work well. Yo bitters they buy waist pain, constipation, and it get correct vitamins them to make body they gym. Yo bitters.
Yo bitters available in supermarkets and pharmacy stores nationwide.
Okay, investment full ground service for you fit trust it's time to live the good life secure the bag with I Invest.